just because I don't have my regular lights. I don't have my regular lights ready yet. So the one side isn't working properly. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Let me just do this and go to live chat. Hey, how's it going? Now, I'm sorry, I kind of wanted to get, I shut the other live stream down early because I wanted to edit videos for tomorrow. What is that? Christmas noise. That's what I call it these days. Hey, Waldo. Hey, Kay, the country kitchen's wife. I think I said that correctly. Hi, Tina. So I'm just gonna talk for a few minutes while everybody comes in. Now, I wanted to edit the canning of the turkey and the chicken video, and I wanted to edit the making and the canning of the vegetable poultry broth. However, my laptop has a very old, outdated editing software. And oh, really? Hey, thank you, Tina. Hey, Julia Skuga, Darren Debehan. I haven't got my glasses on. Give me a second. Liz Prof, Francie Goins, Darren Debenham. Hi. So here's what's going on. I tried to edit, and this laptop has an old editing software, and it is so slow and so difficult and clunky to use that I wouldn't have got it done today. It was just making me pull my hair out. So what we're going to do, hi, Arizona, Ohio. Hi, Roberta, Karen Lester, Julia Johnson McGee. I have 5 minutes between files to say hi and hope you're well. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. The computer has been picked up. I told you guys that, and I'm just waiting to hear. Let me make sure that, yeah, I think I turned this. Hang on, let me just make sure my do not disturb. Okay, there we go. I do not have the do not disturb on just in case the person fixing my computer calls me. Hey, Joy. How are you? Hi, Sue W. Okay, that's not going to work because now every time I put something on Facebook. Okay, we'll just have to hope. Hi, Shell Bell, Scorpion Queen, Sue W. So hopefully, fingers are crossed, because I cannot edit on this laptop. So like I said, we're stuck doing live streams. Again, I'm going to tell everybody, if you want to be in the Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange, please, if you're in the USA and you want to be in the greeting card exchange, the cutoff time is midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight. So if you're in the USA, you go to USA Seed X. Okay, I'll just write it. I'll just write it in the chat. How about that? Why don't I just do that? I hope I got this right. Let me just double check, okay? Let me just double check in my Gmail. And I'm doing it on the laptop, so it's really slow. I just want to make sure I give you the right address. Okay. USA seedx23@gmail.com. Okay. So that is the USA email address. Please send your name, and your YouTube name if it's different, and your full email address. And in the subject, you email it to that address. In the subject line, write Seeds of Hope. Okay? For Canadians, okay, now I can talk because I've put that all out in the chat. Please don't think live streams are in any way less than a video. I enjoy spending live time with everyone. Oh, well, thank you, Tina. That's exactly, Lacey Black says that's exactly what you were thinking. Hi, Carmen. How are you? You're dehydrating apples today. Mine are still sitting in the dehydrator. At least it's airtight, eh? Hi, Seashell. How are you, darling? So you're not getting a video on our half-acre homestead tomorrow. All is going to depend on whether or not my computer is repairable. Well, just if it's repairable. If it's not repairable, then maybe I can get, he can take the stuff off of it. So we'll see. We'll see. Ditto, Tona, and Lacey. Hi, Rhonda. Julia Scugia, Roberta Cook, Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Julie. Waldo, the food gets moth eggs if dehydrator sits too long. How can it get moth eggs when it's in an airtight thing? Right? Hey, Angela M. Yellow bird up high in banana tree. So now you getting your email addresses. Once I have all your email addresses, not your email addresses, once you email me with your name, your YouTube name, if it's different, and your mailing address. Now, please don't put JM and then an address. I need your name in case something goes wrong and I have to get back to you. Okay. Now, this may take me a few days. Why? Because I don't have a real computer right now. So, hey, Wanda, how are you? Michelle Jones. Oh, I see. I don't know that about the new ones. Mine has the old round hole in the center. Now, mine's it doesn't matter because I'm going to be running them for another half hour just to make sure. And then I'm going to put them in the jar today. So. Oh, okay. Well, maybe, it's not airtight, obviously, because it has fans, but it's pretty moth tight. Okay. And, I've had a wood stove going for days. So I didn't mean it as airtight. I meant it's like bug proof kind of thing. Hey, Angie, how's things going? Hi, Cat C. So yes, I said this earlier. I'm going to say it again. If you're canning, and you only have 3 jars to go in your canner, please, 3 quarts, please put another one in full of water with a lid on it because it's a displacement thing for air. You have to have a certain amount of volume in your canner in order for you to be able to vent the air out of it. Now, this also you can just add an extra liter of water to the bottom of the canner, like to the inside of the canner. Just pour it in, and that will make a difference too. Okay. I'm still having trouble getting onto your videos. I just sent you Linda Bop. Okay. So, hello, Yoda, by the way. So yeah, this is what's going on. We are now in a holding pattern, waiting to find out whether my computer is savable or not. And if it's savable, like this is just could not have come at a worse time. I've got the greeting card exchange, the Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange. I've got the holidays coming, and I have no computer to edit with. I can record all I want, but I have no computer to edit with. It will not work on my laptop. What is the name of Angie's YouTube channel? Seashell, can you put Angie's YouTube channel? I believe it's called Angie's Antics, but I'm not sure. Angie, put your channel up. Put the link to your channel up. You're a moderator. You can do that. I don't know why I asked Seashell to do it when you're a moderator. I just finished canning up 3 quarts and 3 pints of chicken soup. That sounds delicious. We had turkey noodle soup last night, and it was so good. It was so good. Tonight we're having, I was going to do a video, but I mean, you guys have seen me make deconstructed cabbage rolls, but I found a new way to do it. It's so much easier. Now, if you have dehydrated shredded cabbage, you need to hear this, okay? Because you know my jars of canned cabbage, onions, and tomatoes, right? Well, in order to soak up all that juice, I have to put a full cup of rice in, and that makes the meal mostly rice. So what I'm doing is I put my canned hamburger on the bottom. Then I added frozen peppers and onions and celery. And then I put a half a cup of rice on top. Then I put 2 cups of dehydrated cabbage. Like I just put like an inch layer of dehydrated shredded cabbage on top. Then I poured my tomatoes, my tomato, cabbage, onion, canned up stuff over top. And I think next year, and that means you're using less rice, but you're getting more cabbage, and it's more of a correct portion for deconstructed cabbage rolls. Does that make sense? Next year, yes, I'm going to grow cabbage again. Next year, I'm going to actually can more cabbage in the tomatoes, more cabbage, because I got about 9 jars of that or 12 jars of that, and it's looking really, really good. So I'll do a pantry video. But as soon as I have a computer to edit it with, because I haven't got my broth and everything put away yet. Bev, Angie, no, she doesn't need me to resend the link. She's already here. I sent her what you sent me. Angie's here, sweetheart. She just said, ignore her comment, like ignore her message. When pressure canning ground meat, does the meat have to be cooked all the way and then liquid added to the jars? Okay, that's a good question, Shelby. No, it doesn't have to be cooked all the way through, but it does have to be lightly browned. Okay, you have to brown it at least. And you can pack it, dry pack it with no liquid, or you can add broth. But either way, the ground beef has to be partially cooked. It has to be browned. Where are you going, Linda? Have a good dentist. Oh, you've got a dentist appointment. Okay, sweetheart. Love you. Mwah. Take care. God bless. And, we're thinking of you. So, a lot is hinging on this computer getting fixed, because until I know whether it's fixable, I can't do anything. I can't even decide whether or not to make my next dentist appointment, because it all hinges on how much this is going to cost me and if it's fixable at all. Hey, Sherry Leach. So the question was, when pressure canning ground meat, does the meat have to be cooked all the way and the liquid, then liquid added to the jars. I'm already thinking about next year's garden too, Lazy Black. So you brown the hamburger. It has to be partially cooked, like browned. Okay? And then you put it in the jars, dry pack, wipe your rims, seal it, and can it. Or you can add broth. Okay? But either way, the hamburger has to be at least 50% cooked. I'm already thinking about next year's garden too. You know what? Let's get out the seeds. If these are, oh wow, that turned out really nice. These are, I don't know if you can see them. These are my parsnip seeds. And I let a parsnip, I left a parsnip accidentally in the bed last year when I thought I'd got them all. And one came back up this year. So I thought, well, it's its second year. I got to turn some heat on in here. It's its second year. It should produce seeds. And by gosh, it did. So if you're coming into the seed exchange, the greeting card seed exchange, let me know if you want parsnips when you send your email. Next year's garden, I'm again going to plant extra cabbage. I am not going to plant the Cracker Jack marigolds. Oh, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my bean seeds because I can start packaging them. Oh, they've been dried long enough. And I'm going to turn my dehydrator back on for a bit. Now, I just got to find, it's ever since I have moved stuff out of this office, I have to keep going and looking for stuff. Look out, Gracie. You've already had your treats today. I'll be right back, folks. This is the problem with live streaming. Somebody sent me, wow, I can smell that decarbing. Somebody sent me seed packets. Okay, let's move this around so that already my Cracker Jack marigolds got accidentally hit. Did I put the cheese and crackers? Stuff falling all over the place. Somebody sent me seed packets. And now maybe they're in here. Maybe they're in my seed thing. Should be okay. Wait a second. What did I miss? I'm going to make chili. Is this okay? Beans, tomato sauce, very simple, but just scared. You mean canning it? I've never canned chili. But I do know you'd want it slightly runny because it's a viscosity issue if you're going to can it. And so you want it pourable, because if it's too thick, it's not going to work. And you can it as meat. Gracie, you just had your treats. Darn it. Somebody sent me a whole bunch of seed envelopes that I could pack my seeds in, and I'll be buggered if I can find them. Well, we'll just have to use regular envelopes, won't we? Which I don't think I have in here. Hang on a second. Oh, my goodness. Or maybe I put them in a drawer. No, they don't seem to be here. Doo-doo. No more treats. Mwah. Now get down. Maybe I put them in here somewhere. Either way, I'm going to have to put these in envelopes. And I'm not sure I have any envelopes in here. All right, how am I going to do this? Okay, here we go. I have a box to put my beans in. So I need something for yes, I have to send the Salvation Army their yearly thing. All right, I'm just going to, first off, I'm going to dump these, take these heads. See, this is what happens when you get parsnips, hopefully carrots, because I left some carrots in, and you leave one in the ground. This is what you get year two. These are seed heads. So I'm just going to take these off here. I'm probably going to do parsnips this year. I'm going to take the seed heads. Well, I'll just dump them all in this envelope for now. Hopefully it's big enough. Whey! I know, I will find them. It's just, I have been... It's been, I'm going to have to wash this now, but this was a good thing. When if you have something that's going to seed and you want to catch the seeds, I'm just going to put a piece of tape on this. You want to make sure that you tie like a cheesecloth bag around it or something. Nothing seems to be working for me today. Not tape, not anything. Okay, let's try this little bugger here. Chili con carne on the national food page. Is that for canning? Because I've never canned chili, so I'm really not a good source for that. I don't think I've ever canned it. Thank you, Seashell. Thank you very much. Just had a mini heart attack. He thought we missed our grandson's birthday, as if he turns double digit. You sure that sounds more like a small stroke? If he's missing things, if he's forgetting things. Okay, parsnips. Parsnips. Let's see. Parsnips. Nest prepper. Ball Bernardin has a chili recipe, but it's only for pints unless you do it as a soup of half solids, half liquid. Thank you, Nest prepper. See, this is why I really enjoy the live streams like this, because if I don't have the answer, somebody else does. Now I need another envelope for my okay, what else do I need? What's this? What is this? Oh, that's for my bill for the ambulance. Okay, I'm gonna have to send them that too. Okay, now this box that has all my bean seeds in it also has my Cracker Jack marigolds, and they've accidentally been dumped inside of the beans. So let me see if I can rescue these. Let's put that over there, because there's a whole bunch. Before I start shelling these beans, I want to make sure I get this, because there was a lot of, there they are, tons of Cracker Jack marigold seeds. Tons. And I think I'm just going to plant a tub of these this year, just because they were so pretty. Do not use them in the beds with your cabbages. These get so tall, they will overshadow your cabbages. So use regular French marigolds to plant around your cabbages. Someone said they attract the white butterfly, but it keeps them off the cabbages because they prefer the marigolds. Okay, there's our Cracker Jack marigolds. My mate keeps having little mind slips that makes me wonder. Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to get a cognitive test. I'm pretty sure that I need one. But because I'm on lorazepam and medical marijuana, and I have fibro, it's hard to tell whether I'm in a fog or whether I've got Alzheimer's, right? So I'm going to soon have to have a cognitive ability test. Okay, Cracker Jack marigolds. I want to find those seed packets so that I can use them. And that can go in the bin. Okay, Sherry, take care, honey. No, teasing. Oh, I see what you're saying, Tina. Your husband just about had a mini heart attack when he thought he missed the grandson's birthday. Okay, gotcha. Now, I'm going to shell the beans into this box so that I can, I brought them in. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One of these days, I might pick them all. Let them go to seed. Like, look. Now, isn't that a beautiful bean seed? Isn't that a beautiful bean seed? I don't recommend you putting bean seeds in your seeds, like anything big, like a bean seed in your... Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Take care, Sherry. Mwah. So sorry, Tina. Yeah. This. Oh, look. This. Now, somebody sent me last year some scarlet runner beans and some spotted runner beans. Which one do you think this came from? This is a heritage heirloom bean. So I got spotted runner. These white ones are my yellow ones. Now, they may all be cross-pollinated. I have no idea. Let's see. See, you know, even though they look moldy, when you bring them in and dry them out, let's see what this is. Now, that's another... I dropped one. That's another yellow pole bean. So... Anyway, so I'm planting my garden already next year. I honestly think that I might plant some zucchini, and I might plant like out front, because obviously zucchini has become a really big deal in my house. I put it in everything. Except, oh, see, now here we go. This, you can tell just by looking at this, this is a scarlet runner bean. No, maybe not. Scarlet runner beans come out black with purple spots. So we're going to continue to look. I just want to... Okay, this is obviously... Oh my God. There's nothing... Is there anything more satisfying? You split, so you don't get to stay. Is there kind of anything more satisfying than harvesting your own seeds from the garden you grew? Pretty sure this was a purple one. Let's see. I'm really not fond of the purple. Yeah, these are the Cherokee Trail of Tears. Really not fond of them. They don't produce a lot. But this is how my garden's getting planted this year. One, is going to be mostly seeds from last year. I am not mean. I'm not planting zucchinis next year. I'm thinking of planting actually pumpkins or a winter squash next year. You know how I laid out my trellis for the watermelon? I'm not going to try that again. I'm not going to bother. But you know how I laid out the trellis? If I do that for look, it's like a little present inside. I'm going to do that for some kind of winter squash. I might do butternut squash. We'll see. God knows I got seeds. That seed's broken. Doing celery above ground next year. Yeah, I've heard about it being... Hey, Mary! Oh, yeah. Hi, Kathy. I'm going through my beans right now. My bean seeds that I harvested to... See how nice and dry they are? Hey, Mindy Patriot Angel. So, yeah, I'm going to grow winter squash next year. And because with Hubbard's... not Hubbard squash. I might do Hubbard squash. I think I have Hubbard squash. That would be awesome. I love Hubbard squash. But butternut squash and Hubbard squash, any kind of orange winter squash flesh plant can be replaced for pumpkin. You don't have to grow pumpkins to can for pies. You can use Hubbard squash. You can use buttercup squash. You can use butternut squash. Don't recommend acorn squash. But any heavy-fleshed winter squash can replace... hey, Trish! Autumn leaf. Yeah, butternut squash. Whoops. Almost threw away some seeds there. Any heavy-fleshed orange winter squash can replace pumpkin in a pie recipe. Red Hubbard is awesome. I'm going to look through my seeds in a minute. And because next year I'm going to plant my beans. I'm getting to the point where I'm planting stuff that, you look like you got mold, where I'm planting stuff that is the absolute staples for my pantry. Like I enjoyed growing carrots this year, and I have organic sugar beet seeds. They're like 10 years old or 15 years old. And the thing, oh yeah, see, this is the difference between this. My fingers don't want to hold them because they're so shiny and slippery. There's the difference between a spotted runner bean and a scarlet runner bean. Actually, I think that's also a spotted runner. I think they may have cross-pollinated. We'll see. Doesn't matter. They're all pole beans, right? They're eventually all going to go green. But let's see. I'm going to try, Angela. I am going to try. Hi, Nat. Hey, Edie. I'm going to try because they're really, really old. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak them, and I'm going to put them, you know, put a couple in a pot, like soak them and try them. And if they grow, then I'm going to put some in the bed where I planted carrots last year, because I've left carrots in there that I want to come up for seed, right? If they regrow for seed. So I'm going to try, because I've heard people say they've had seeds that are 10, 15 years old and they've had no problems germinating them. And if I can get the sugar beet, the organic sugar beet seeds to grow, because there's no such thing as organic sugar beet seed anymore. They've been too contaminated by genetically modified seeds, right? Do you bother try? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to do. These look yellow. These seeds look tan colored. So many. I'll show you all the seeds I get in a minute. Yeah, but are they organic? Because as of 10 years ago, they could no longer guarantee that they were organic. But I think it would be a cool experiment. Like I experiment every year. This year was carrots, right? I have seeds that I grew this year that were about 7 years old, and they still grew. Never throw away seeds. Well, how do you think they keep them in seed storage? Yeah, they've got hermetically sealed and stuff, but seeds are a living thing. They have to have some air, right? So, ooh, look at you. What are you? No, you're no good. Hey, Timothy, how are you? Whoops. It looks like my yellow beans were the most prolific when it comes to seeds, but we'll see. I have been resting so far today. I tripped going out the door with my tabletop oven in my arms. Oh my God. The railing stopped a total fall, jarred my everything. Oh, honey. You know, as someone with fibromyalgia, sometimes even stopping yourself from falling can throw your body into a spasm. You know, it's like the last time I was in the garden and I thought, geez, what did I do to my knee? And then I remembered I stumbled in the garden, but I caught myself. And it was the knee that caught the edge of the rug underneath the ground, because I have rug runners between my beds to keep the weeds down. So Howie, it doesn't work. Well, it does for a while, but then the weeds just start growing on top of the rug. You know what I mean? Going great. Got to spend the morning with my 2-year-old granddaughter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got lots of these spotted runner beans. Lots of these spotted runner beans came back, or gave me lots of seeds. I think this is a Cherokee Trail of Tears, like a purple bean. Yeah, it is. Whoops. This might be the better way to show you what they look like. But then again, like I said, they could all be cross-pollinated. Let's see if we can find something different. What are you? You look like a scarlet runner. This one, it's funny how I can tell the difference in the beans to a certain degree. Nope, you're not a scarlet runner. Holy smokes. I could have swore I got scarlet runners. Hey, America, Manzara, Larry. Heirloom spotted runners. I grew red kidney beans this year and saved most of the beans for next year. There you go. Hey, Stephen. I'm shelling beans for seeds. You don't look too healthy. I'm not going to keep you. Oh, and you look like you got hit with mold. Okay. Stephen, look at my parsnip seeds. I accidentally left a parsnip in the ground last year. And I planted, I don't know what I planted in that bed, but look at the parsnip seeds, Stephen, that I saved this year from one plant. Red, you know, a lot of people say, I don't bother buying bean seeds. I just go out and buy kidney beans. But I don't know if kidney beans are pole beans or not. You know what I mean? Again, spotted runner. Who sent me the spotted runner seeds? Somebody sent me spotted runner and scarlet runner. And these spotted runners really grew well. The scarlet runners, not so much. But I'm sure I'm going to get a scarlet runner. I think this is a scarlet runner. There's nothing so more satisfying than just popping out. No, spotted runners again. Spotted runners again. They're a prolific. They are a prolific, and this box is not going to hold them all. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to get this tub. I'll get this tub. Put them on here. I think I have Kentucky Wonder. Yeah, they have to go in this now. 139 pounds of chicken. Did you just can that? Hot cocoa with marshmallows, first of the season. I had mine last night. Trust me, I had it last night. And I needed it too. Gosh, I needed it. How soon do I need to make fruitcake to have it properly aged for Christmas? Now, last week. Okay, do it today. You don't have any time to lose. Hey, Patricia Carson, how's it going? I'm shelling my beans. You know what? Next year, when I go, I'm going to try, once they've had a frost, I'm going to try and pick them all. Because you know what? Look at how many bean seeds I have. And I'm not even halfway through. Just expedited. What do you mean just expedited? I'm not sure I get that. My mom always did it the first weekend in November after Halloween. That was also usually the time for the Eaton Santa Claus Parade weekend. She would start with the fruitcakes. You'll be making hot chocolate bombs to sell them. Ooh, I'd like that recipe. He harvested his chickens. Oops, don't fall. And when I get to the bottom, I'm seeing more and more of these Cracker Jack marigold seeds. I said to Howie, I said, I don't care if I have to buy a chicken coop. I want a chicken coop that I can put a light in and a warming water thing, because I got to have land hens. I'll start having nightmares. It's weird. I go 5 years without any chickens, and I start having nightmares that I forgot to feed them, and I go out and they're all dead, and there's half-hatched babies and rotten eggs, and it's just horrible. It really is a nightmare. I'm thinking of making chocolate syrup as gifts this year. He just sent them to the happy place in the sky. Oh, to the big old open free-range pasture in the sky. Gotcha. Because it doesn't really matter to me if I raise meat chickens. I'm going to see if I can get... Hey, Kathleen, how are you? That's okay. All I have to do, Bev, is pick a few Brussels and do some cleanup, and then I will be done totally. The urban farm will be closed for the season. Then I can start to focus on your winter market. Perfect. I made pint jars of salsa for Christmas gifts. There's a good idea. Freezer camp. I love it. Yeah, right. But the way I see it is, I'd like just have 3 or 4 laying hens in a coop that I can winterize. And as long as Howie keeps my area clean, around the chicken coop, I should be able to look after them during the winter because it would be right there, right? But we'll see. You just finished slaughtering today. Hi, Dottie May. Well, I'll tell you, you know, we could if we had to. I don't know if Howie's going hunting again this weekend or not. He only went one morning last weekend. Excuse me. Okay, I have a question. I made dark aged bourbon. Excuse me. Into vanilla 3 years ago. What do you think it would be worth now? Bourbon vanilla. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say $10 an ounce. Minimum, because that's flavored vanilla. That's a whole other ball game. That's not just, you know, Everclear and vanilla, right? So that should be really potent stuff. That should be really potent stuff. But what was I going to say? I'm going to make, I don't know if I still have vanilla beans. I'm going to make chocolate syrup, right? That you can make, you know, cocoa or whatever. I think I'm going to do some baking for my son this year. I'll, you know, decontaminate my area, and then I'll make my son some of his Buckeye balls. Some people call them Buckeye balls. They're peanut butter balls. And the things he can have. Buckeye balls, chocolate syrup, and vanilla sugar kind of thing. Hey, Lola Granola, the Chicken Dola, Melinda Snow. Hi, Bev, Central Illinois, sunny and 60 today. Question, have you ever used pasta water in bread making in place of potato water? No, but you can. That's just starch, right? It's just starch. You can use broth. I'm not kidding. You can. Bread and rice are some of the easiest things to infuse with nutrition, right? Like you saw me make the spiral bread with sweet potato. I think it was sweet potato, pumpkin, and peas, and white potato. And there was like, you know, 4 vegetables in that bread. So thanks, I had no idea. I just made a bottle of spiced rum, Mexican vanilla beans, and put it in the cupboard for at least 6 months. Yeah. Yeah. Why what, Stephen? I've already started making Christmas stuff. I mean, honestly, Nat, honestly, everybody, this is going to be a homemade Christmas this year, except for like Bubba. Bubba, I'm going to try and find a hat. If anybody, never mind, I'll look for it. I'm going to try and find a hat. I'm just going to make them a little toque with the ends up, but then I'm going to make ear flaps on it. Why the price? Because it's handmade flavored vanilla. It's bourbon. It's a whole other ball game than just Everclear. Oh, $12.50 an ounce. Okay, thank you, Stephen. That's why I said minimum. Hi, yellow bird up high in banana tree. Yeah, homemade is best. Homemade is best. Thank you, Stephen, for that. You would know more than I would. But that's why I said at least $10. Instapot vanilla. I have no idea how to do that. Kids love hot chocolate and peanut butter. So, and somebody sent me the recipe for pecan bars. Now listen, folks. Are these moldy? Pecan bars all the recipes call for corn syrup for that real pecan pie flavor. You do not need corn syrup. I never use corn syrup in my butter tarts or my pecan pies. I always use just brown sugar and eggs. Brown sugar and eggs is pretty much, I forget what else goes into it, but it's butter, brown sugar, and eggs. And then, and it comes out thicker. You don't get a runny, it comes out more like a thick custard. Hey, Kendra, how are you? Huh, how's it going? I still have not, this is the closest I've come to, I still haven't seen any scarlet runners. That's okay, Michelle. We're all here. We're all here to be reckless. We're all easy to please. And okay, tell me if you know who I just quoted, the band I just quoted, let me know. Still don't have a job. I mean, they're out there, sweetheart. You just got to keep plugging, right? Right? Like, I'm technically out of work right now because I can't edit, and all I can do is live stream. Like, seriously, guys, look at the amount of beans in here. Look at the amount, and I didn't even pick all of them. I only picked like a quarter of them. So I think next year, once the beans are ready to be harvested for seed, I think I'm going to try and go through enough of the beans to save for seed. And then I think I will cook and can the rest and use them for dry beans. Do meat birds, Bev? No, I'm not going to do meat birds. I'm not going to do meat birds. I don't have any place to keep them safely. Coons I couldn't figure out why my birds were getting killed last year. And then when I saved my last 2 chickens and then saved the laying hens to grow a little bit more, then something ate my laying hens. So I'm not, I just need a coop. I don't need a lot of chicken. I can actually probably, I'm going to ask Stephanie from Let's Homestead instead if she will raise me some meat birds next year, and I will pay for them. I'll just buy them from her, right? Trying to get something online because my fibro is too bad. Then you should apply for disability, sweetheart. Like, I've had so many people say, oh, you're on disability, right? No. Like, I've had local friends, like local neighbors, you know, I stop and say hello. And this was actually 2 years ago. And she said, you know, how do you get on disability? And I went, I don't know. She said, you're not on disability? I said, no. Because I had to stop working at the bakery. I had to stop working at the restaurant because I couldn't do it anymore. And she said, you're not on disability? I said, no. I said, I have YouTube. That's, you know, my income is about what disability would be. So they wouldn't give it to me. Right? And I've had family members say, well, you should get on disability anyway. Right? You know, money's money, right? It's like, no. I'm not going to take away from somebody else who needs it more than I do when I'm still able to earn my own. Does that make sense? Just because things are quick and easy with the Instapot doesn't mean the flavor profile is going to be there, people. It's just a quick, convenient way. Sometimes there is no, well, yeah, right? It's like making soup stock, like I did. If you want to roast your beef bones and then boil them for days, you can, or you can roast them and then you can put everything in the pressure cooker. And that but Instapot, I was not impressed with the Instapot, not at all. Hey Frida, how are you, darling? I have no idea. Most of these beans are white. I got a few Cherokee Trail of Tears. I have spotted runners, and I've got these white ones. So I don't know if I got any scarlet runner bean seeds at all this year. Nope, so far not. But yeah, if I can, you know, if I can actually grow dry, you know, say let my last bit of beans go and go dry like this, and then harvest them and lay them on the freezer on in cardboard boxes to dry, right? Why couldn't you cook with those? Like, why couldn't you cook with those? This is probably at least a half to 3/4 of a cup, almost a cup of beans. And I'm still going here. I'm still going. If it's like the UK, you need to be terminal to get anything. And even then, you will be refused the first time. Yeah, you got to be tenacious about getting disability, especially if you're federal. Like most of the family I know is on, the friends and family I know, they're on Ontario, like a provincial disability. It's called ODSP in Ontario. In Quebec, I have no idea how it works, but what I would like to do is to see if I can get some help with my mobility issues through RAMQ, which is Quebec's health thing. Okay, Kendra. People say I should get a job, but I can't. I haven't been able to for about 20 years, and I'm only 45 now. Well, there you go, right? I had to quit the bakery. And when I went from full-time, sometimes 6 days a week in the beginning, down to, after 18 months of working at the bakery, I went down to 3 6-hour shifts a week. And even then I couldn't do it anymore. And then I thought I was going to try and get like a once-a-week job, just part-time, just for the shits and giggles. And I went and worked from 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon at a local restaurant. And I couldn't even do that anymore. You know, I couldn't be. What makes these, look at the difference between these seeds. These ones are white. These ones are tan. I wonder what kind of seeds they are. Just cogitate about the meat birds for a while. I think they could be more conducive. Well, we'll see, right? I'm what I'm looking at is I'm only keeping my foot in the water if I get laying hens. All right. Meat birds are actually too much for me now, right? I mean, I could if I absolutely had to, but we're not at that point yet, right? We're buying, oh, I gotta go shut my oven off. I got herbs decarbing. Oh! Oh, wow. That's pungent. That's pungent. Oh. So we'll see. I mean, if we get to the point where we have to, Stephen, we would certainly do that. Because I said to Howie, I said, you know, if we put a concrete floor, I mean, I paid for him to build that pen. I paid for the materials for him to build that pen. And I said, if we put a concrete slab floor in that little pen, I probably could raise meat birds, right? I probably could. But he said, until they start chewing through the walls. And I'm thinking, well, that's what I'm thinking, Stephen. I don't even want to have to barter, right? I just, I want to find a way. Like, I know Stephanie from Let's Homestead Instead. She raises meat birds every year. And she's got lots of laying hens. That's where I got the chicks from last year, right? But I got lots of chicken and turkey in the pantry now. And as soon as I get my broth up there, I'm going to do a pantry video. Voice texting. Hi, Dixie Mirror. How's it going? Pamela Wilson. That's fine, honey. We all suffer from voice type and autocorrect. It's just a part of the new world, you know? So I'm almost done with these beans. I've got my Cracker Jack marigolds in an envelope, and then I'm going to show you. So let's talk about our gardens. I'm going to plant cabbage again this year. I'm going to put in 4 beds of cabbage, 4 beds of beans, and I'm going to put in a winter squash. I'm not going to try watermelon again. It's just a pain in my butt. It was just a waste of a bed. And I'm going to try some sugar beets. Just for the heck of it. I'm going to see if they'll grow. I miss the fact that I should have gotten bags of soil at the end of the summer, and I didn't. So I'm going to be paying through the nose again this year for dirt to start my plants in. Well, that's until I get my lights fixed. One half of my room has lights. The other half doesn't because they died. There is a delay going just for your... Yeah, there's always a delay, honey. Ooh, that was a Cherokee Trail of Tears. Looks like this one's a Cherokee Trail of Tears as well. And yes, it is. Aren't they pretty? There's something so satisfying about sitting here and shelling beans. I really want herbs. May try inside. Well, my herb bed got overrun by tomatoes this year. So I'm going to try again. I think I'm going to do an herb bed. My pool may be coming down, guys. My pool may be coming down because I can't get in and out of it anymore. So, well, I can, but it's a lot of struggle, and it's a lot for Howie to maintain. So, we'll see. If my pool comes down, I may put my fruit trees out there. So, I have to decide that before I order them. You want Cherokee Trail of Tears. Hey, Mac! Debbie Bolton, strawberries, runner beans, French beans, peas, and any herbs I can get going. Well, I'm gonna see if those strawberry plants that I rescued are gonna produce anything. I put them in their own bed. I did not cover them because they weren't covered when they. These heritage spotted runner beans are really competing here. They're really doing good. Oh, and tomatoes, cherry ones. I don't want cherry tomatoes. To me, they're just a pain in the butt. So I'm going to try once again to grow Manitoba tomatoes. I still have a fresh packet of seeds from last year that I didn't use. So I'm going to try again. They were mixed tomatoes this year. And it was from a package of Manitoba tomato seeds. But I got mixed tomatoes. I got all kinds of stuff. And they were bought. I hope you get my name, Bev. Those seeds look awesome. Oh, the only way I would send beans is if, I don't know what you are, is if I, put them in like bubble wrap or something, because beans would have a hard time getting through the mail without being broken. I want to do loofah gourds this spring. I've always wanted to do them. Yeah. Hey, Joe. Sitting, waiting on blood work for Scott. How was the trip so far? I hope you're not overdoing it, sweetheart. Okay, these are getting... Yeah. I haven't found one scarlet runner bean. Not one. Unless... Like these are the spotted runners, and these look very similar to a scarlet runner, but they're usually black with purple dots. So I haven't got any of those yet. I haven't got any of those. I have some cabbages, Brussels sprouts, wax beans, peppers, okra growing. I want to try some beets and carrots. Be patient with the beets and carrots, and make sure you thin the carrots and the beets so that they can grow to their full potential underground, right? So I'm going to put in cabbages, celery, standard stuff. I'm not sure I'm going to plant leeks again, but I'm not sure I'm going to plant onions. I still actually have some onions, but beans, leeks, celery, tomatoes, cabbage, the staples from my garden. Okay. All right, that's all my bean seeds. Got to find something to put them in. The rest are, oh, no, I missed one. I missed one. Not overdoing it at all. Thursday's a long day. Okay, well, then you just make sure that on Thursday you get there with plenty of time, and that you do something, you have something you can do to relax while you're there, okay? Okay. Now, I don't need any of the Cracker Jack, any more of these Cracker Jack marigold seeds. What have I got for envelopes over here? Anything small? Medium? Ah, there we go. For my bean seeds. I'll just put them in here. Gently. Drop a couple on the floor. I'm going to say that's a half a pound of bean seeds. I'm just going to put a piece of tape over it. Well, frig I can always get one of these. So this is pole beans. Leaving for Florida tomorrow. Not ready. Oh, I wish I was going with you. There's my pole beans. So this is what I've harvested from the garden this year. Pole beans of at least 3 varieties. Parsnips. And Cracker Jack marigolds. And in here, I still have beets. I don't know if I'm going to plant beets this year. There's my Copenhagen market cabbages. And see, somebody sent me, I have a bunch of French dwarf marigold seeds. Those are perfect for planting with cabbage. I have Kentucky Wonder, Kentucky Wonder, Kentucky Wonder, parsnips. I've got, somebody sent me hollyhocks. Mine didn't survive last year. And these are Kentucky Wonder. Rainbow blend carrots. So, what is this? These are nasturtiums. Purple beauty bell peppers. I don't know if I'm going to grow peppers this year. Because it was just oh, see? No, that's kale. What am I looking for? Golden Cal Wonder sweet bell peppers. These are a snap bean seed that I don't know how long I've had them. Celery, cabbage. See, I've still got another thing of Cracker Jack marigolds, so I might share them with somebody this year. Rainbow blend carrots. Sugar baby. Where is those? What is this? Utah celery. Okra. I don't think I can do okra here. What is this? Heritage heirloom winter squash. Turk's turban winter squash. See, if I don't save the seeds, if non-GMO parsnips, what the heck? I know I have. There is butternut squash. These are old. These are jack-o'-lantern or really big pie pumpkins. I couldn't remember which. Pickling cubes. What are these? M.I. Gardner, Manitoba tomatoes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. They're going to be planted. I thought I had, oh, what are these? Heritage Heirloom Seeds beans. See, I've got so many beans that it's not funny. I may have to put an extra bit of beans in. Am I going to do zucchini this year? I don't know. Sage. Oh, here they are. Blue Hubbard. That's what I want to plant this year. Blue Hubbard squash. And maybe instead of watermelons in the next bed, I will plant... I just won't be able to save the seeds if I plant more than one variety. Right? So it's going to be cabbage, squash, tomatoes, leeks, celery, beans. Oh, we'll get there. We will get there. Okay. Wow, this does not want to close anymore. Oh my gosh. You can bet your bottom dollar though, folks, that if I send you cabbage seeds, I will send you dwarf marigold seeds to go with them. Okay? My red Hubbard is good, but the blue has a lot more flavor. Okay, so I'm going to do, I got 20 beds out back, minimum. So, and I'm not planting zucchini this year. Maybe I will out front. I just won't be able to save the seeds because they will cross-pollinate. But if I put the zucchini out front, now they say you need 2 acres in between them so that they don't cross-pollinate. I happen to think that if I planted zucchinis in the front of the house and regular winter squash in the back of the house, my house is going to interrupt the bees. But remember, you know, bees, all squash flowers look the same to bees. Why no zucchini, Beth? Because I don't need any. 1 year without zucchini isn't going to kill me. Besides, when you go to the farmer's market, you can buy zucchinis really cheap. You can get zucchinis really cheap. Okay, Stephen. When are you doing your card and seed exchange? Lola. Today is the last day to get in on it. Seashell has put up the video that gives you the email addresses. You have until midnight. I'm going to say midnight tomorrow night, okay? But after that, if I get my computer back, I got to get on it right away so everybody has their lists for December 1st, right? So, you know, the email addresses are, I think Seashell put the video in the chat here. Let me look. There it is. Oh, no, that's pecan pie bread pudding. Okay, where are we going? Where is it, Seashell? I thought you put it up here. I'm going to ask you, Seashell, if you can put that. There it is. Seeds of Hope. Thank you. There's the details. All right. So click on that and go get your email address for Canada or US, depending on where you are. Follow the instructions and send it in today. Now, listen, folks, I'm going to go. I have had my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know if I'm hearing from the computer guy or not, and I want to phone Howie. So, and we've been here for an hour and some. So, thanks for keeping me company while I shell beans. And please don't forget that you've got 24 hours to 36 hours maximum to get your names and your addresses into the greeting card seed exchange, okay? Honey, it's right above you in the chat. Hang on a second. Give me a minute. Give me a second.
Explore with more on a 20.
Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And patrons, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. And if I don't have my computer back, you'll probably get another live stream from me tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And you know, the best part about this time of year is we can start looking forward to our gardens again. That's why I love the Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange. Take care. Mwah! God bless. Have a great day.